We're going to be using a lacrosse ball for this one. Now you can do this on the floor or you can stand against a wall and get it in. Now I'm going to be working in and around my SCM muscle, being my neck muscle here, and then also my upper trapezius. Now this also being cranial nerve 11, which is our accessory nerve linked into our autonomic nervous system. This is the area that comes on, I like to call it the armor, when our body goes into tension or believes there is a perceived threat or stress. Now, we want to really make sure that we're not doing this on repeat, because our body always is patterning and learning what it is that it practices on a day-to-day basis. So this particular release can be so perfect for relieving any of that upper trap tension, which of course is a pulling forward. What happens on a somatic level is every time that we go into tension here, the nervous system is telling the body that there's a threat, and then the brain is telling us to close to protect the heart and the lungs so we don't die. So most of the time there is no lion or tiger in the room, and it's our job to make sure we are not jumping up here and holding here, because that is going to keep our nervous system in a state of fight flight and constantly on high alert, and we will be much more reactive rather than responsive. And of course inside our bodies is not going to function very well because the whole body is in alarm mode. So this particular release is a great one if you find you are really locked up in your upper trapezius. Applying pressure to pain will dissipate any tight fascial tissue over time. So we're trying to work with any adhesions in the upper trap, upper back area, into the thoracic, and of course into the neck. I'm going to show you on the floor, but please know you can stand against a wall and do this on the wall. You need to do the left and the right side. So I'm going to jump down and show you what this looks like on the floor. I'm going to get the ball and I'm going to place it right on my upper trap there. I've just got into a space. It's a bit hard to see because the ball's black, but I'm on the left side of my upper trapezius, right onto the insertion point, probably where my SCM or my neck muscle is. Now I'm again investigating in and around the area, and I most definitely have found somewhere. So I'm just going to kind of relax myself down here the best I can. I can do whatever I like with my legs, and I'm just letting my body weight relax over the ball. That is definitely more than enough at the moment. I can most definitely feel it. In this particular release, you can play around with some very slow, gentle movement. I'm obviously moving my arm a little bit here, just playing around with how that feels. Is we really need to be diaphragmatic breathing. Again, we don't want to land here in tension. So once again, thinking in through the nose, the belly expands. And out through the nose, the belly squeezes to the spine for 2 counts longer than your inhale. Now, once again, you want to be here for 3 minutes. This feels amazing. I'm actually really loving the feeling of it today. And of course, once you've done 3 minutes on one side, you want to move it over to the other. Now, remembering also that that can also be done standing against a wall, getting into the wall, bending your knees and landing onto the ball. These are a fantastic tool to have. They are wonderful underneath the feet, especially when you're sitting on the couch watching Netflix, to get into the fascia of the feet, or the plantar fascia, to get into any of that tight, rigid and dehydrated fascia that can really get stuck in our feet as well.